Hello everybody and welcome to Six to the Manga, your weekly manga podcast where each week we talk about a new manga. This week we're talking about that time I got reincarnated by a slime. You can tell this was based off a visual novel because of its long-ass title. We have Gabi and Kevin here today.
Yay!
Gabi, do you want to read the summary?
Sure. Mikami Satoru was an average 37-year-old salaryman when he was stabbed by a robber. As he lay bleeding out on the street, he contemplated to himself what his afterlife might be like. When he came into consciousness, he realized that he was reincarnated as a slime. Mikami finds new powers that are at his disposal while he figures out his new form. What is in store for Mikami in this new world as a slime?
Nothing but good things, it appears. Nothing goes wrong for this motherfucker.
Yeah, but I mean, his other life, it was always poor me, poor me, poor me. Never, how could it switch from that to what he is now? Because you would think his personality, because his personality should have been about the same in the other world. Just because you die, your personality's not going to change.
I mean, his personality didn't really change overall. He just created a new outlook on life for himself.
He's like, hey,
you can see his
I'm
change.
Powerful now.
And he decided to actually do something with his life instead of just being sad and jealous and mopey like he was as a person.
Yeah, but still, it's like, how can he do a 180 so fast?
I mean, it wasn't really a 180, in my opinion, because he had sort of the same thoughts, and he just learned how to be, he's had a new start of his life, so he's his internal monologue kind of felt the same, but instead of being, just sad all the time or jealous all the time, he started to try to, do something, because he had a different outlook as a now of being with power. It made sense to me there.
I feel like in his human life, he's like, I have no power over my life. I just sit here and play arrow gaze.
Yep.
My friend got a pretty fiance, but here I am, sad, lonely, and horny.
Yeah, it kind of just felt like he had given up as a person, and being reincarnated as a slime gave him another chance. He still seemed like the same person, but now he was using all of his past information and his newfound powers to, actually do something with his life.
Mm-hmm.
Which he does.
Yeah, a little too good, though.
So you just don't want him to succeed, Kevin.
No, I've never said that. I'm just saying, being able
He's got it too good.
Do things like absorb medical herbs and shake everything up and pop out a martini of medical potions and stuff just because of what he was wishing when he died. So I just don't know. It seems.
But we'll never. I mean, he didn't want to be reincarnated as a slime. He just gets all of the benefits of being a slime. You absorb things as a slime, and you can bring them back out and make things.
I don't think that was ever part of the slime thing in MMOs and things, to be honest, so.
I think it depends where. Because there are some slimes that can, absorb things and then shoot them back out. So I think this is just another take on it. There's not, one slimes have to follow this guideline rules. That's not how video games or stories or mythology works.
It does follow that slime girls are a thing, though.
It does follow that, at least. At least we have that held sacred, Jake.
I actually don't remember that. Is that when they were in a nearing kingdom?
No. It's when he... We'll get back to it later.
Okay.
We're in spoiler territory, by the way. So, you don't want to get spoiled, don't listen further. I'm not gonna move this warning, by the way, because most of what we talked about was just like kind of like, okay, he's a slime, he can absorb things. Also, he
I mean,
died.
the title says that time I got reincarnated as a slime, so I think most people realize what's gonna happen when he dies in episode like page 3, episode 1.
Yeah.
Or sorry, chapter 1, page 3.
It wasn't page 3. It was more like more 10 because it was like,
oh
okay,
my gosh, it was a joke, Kevin.
okay, I'm not trying. I was just being funny. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he gets stabbed in like page 3 and is dying on the floor. And reincarnates at the end of the first chapter.
Well, yeah, but it was talking about his shitty life and stuff, and talking about like great, like hearing a voice and have like automatically saying what he would want if he in heaven or whatever.
Excuse me. I've been really gassy the last couple times we've recorded. Honestly, being reincarnated as slime would be pretty alright. Especially since, like, he just doesn't seem to have the ability to die.
He doesn't feel pain either, which would be nice.
As a human, not feeling pain is terrifying. Because your body doesn't know that you are injured, so you just never heal.
Yeah, there's actually a condition where some people just don't feel things, and they tend to die very young.
Yeah.
Because
their body is like, you don't have a fever.
Oh, that's awful.
What do you mean both of your legs are broken? Just stand up.
Just stand up.
Okay. Anyways, I thought it was interesting how he started out when he was a slime, because he didn't have, like, he couldn't see anything for a long time. It was just dark. And then when he eventually gained vision, I liked that he gained the little eye marks, even though that's not how he was seeing. It was like sensory vision. But I liked his little eyes.
Yeah, that was actually kind of funny.
There was like a full chapter where it was just black and a slime.
That was my favorite. I loved that.
Until like the dragon
was like, hey, just fucking use your magical perception.
Yeah. But that's assuming he had magical perception at that point, because you never know. He could have had no magic at the time. Like, he had to literally level up. Like, there's a level system. There's like a leveling system in this manga, which is kind of weird because it like feels like an RPG.
What if
with that sort of thing?
What if this series ends? And it was just the guy sitting at his computer the entire time. No. That would be awful, because it'd be like it would have been all for nothing. Either way, it's the end of the series, so it means it was all for nothing anyway. It's a manga.
Okay, well, you know what I mean.
I think it'd be hilarious for the writer to just be like, fuck it.
Honestly, would still read it if it was just the slime in all darkness. Because it's so cute. He's like a little mochi.
I think after a volume, I'd probably stop. I'd be like, alright.
I guess it depends how the story went.
But like, if it was him just monologuing for a whole volume, I think I'd give it up.
Yeah, that's fair. But I still thought it was cute.
It'd be like reading
like a little
Hamlet.
Mochi or a Dongo.
Hamlet? I don't think I've seen Hamlet.
Oh my gosh.
Shakespeare's Hamlet?
Play by Shakespeare.
I think we read about it in grade 12. I don't remember.
Okay, moving on.
It's English. English. and it's hard, and Shakespeare was enjoyable-ish until you couldn't really understand and read it.
I
Okay.
have several volumes of manga that are Shakespeare's classics
Of course you do, Jake.
remade as manga.
Of course you do, Jake.
And I
I
think
really
that's
liked
hilarious.
Medusa the dragon.
Oh my
I
god,
loved him.
he was so cool.
He was just
I-
lonely. He just wanted a friend. And then Mikumi just ate him. And I
Yeah,
had
but
no idea how to deal with that.
the thing is he's trying to bring him back.
I know.
Hey,
But like for the rest of the 3 volumes, we learn nothing else about Medusa. He just nom, he gone, and then nothing else. And that really bothers me.
Imagine you're playing an RPG, like Final
Yeah.
Fantasy or something, and
Okay.
you're wandering through a cave, and you just see a motherfucking tiny ass slime eat an entire dragon, and then just go on with its day.
Okay, that's
That
kind
would
of
be the
funny.
most terrifying slime you have ever witnessed in a video game.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Just he ate a motherfucking dragon. What am I gonna do? At one point, when he's sneaking past the caves, he sees humans though. Like
Yeah.
the humans didn't really seem very terrified to go check on a dragon.
I think
But
he's
Aren't
kind of
those
like
the
a big
same
deal.
adventures that we see later on?
I think they are. Now that you mention it, they look very similar.
How do you guys like that Rimuru just like destroyed the Stormwolf clan leader? Just fucking demolished him.
uh, I actually kind of like how Rimuru gains like the son of the leader, like becomes the new wolf pack leader, and is like gets the son of the old wolf pack leader. That was kind of funny, but it was also kind of upsetting too, because it's like, wouldn't you want to try to get revenge on
Yeah,
the
imagine
person that
somebody
killed?
just like basically eats your dad, and it's like, and you're just like, you are my new father. Although that's
Yeah.
kind of how
No, he
like
didn't
wolf
eat him.
packs
He didn't
work.
eat him. He didn't eat him.
You
He
just yeeted
used
him
the,
into destruction.
like he didn't he use one of his abilities he gained in the cave and like chopped off his head?
I think he used one of like Veruda's abilities or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. But either way, he chopped off the Wolf Clan's head, I believe, and didn't eat him.
Yeah.
Either way,
did.
he defeated Wolf Boy. That's kind of how wolf packs work. I think though is like if you take out the pack leader, they'll start to follow you.
I believe that is correct.
I'm not an expert on wolves, but that's what like society has been like. Yeah, wolf packs are like about the strongest, so like they'll fight, and whoever like beats the alpha becomes the alpha. It's like the movie
Lions
Up.
are like that. Don't know much about wolves, but lions do behave like that.
Gabi knows the most about animals here.
No, she knows the most about aqua animals.
I'm pretty sure I probably know the most about animals in general, Kevin.
Did you know that koalas have 2 penises?
Why did I need to know this? Why, Jake? For what purpose did I need to know this?
And that baby koalas eat their mummy's feces to gain nutrients because their body can't handle the toxicity of eucalyptus.
Again, Jake,
Sense.
why did I have to know this?
let's move on. I still think my favorite part of him getting along with this little goblin town or whatever was the naming process.
I like that he names one of them and then he wakes up and it's just a JoJo's protagonist.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad, but that was funny.
That was goblin is buff as fuck.
That was the elder, though. That was made it the most hilarious, because you have this feeble old man, and all of a sudden, after naming 1,000 goblins or something, he pass out, and then the elder is just, yep, I'm super buff now.
He like forgets to. He doesn't name one of them, right?
And that's I thought he did. He still named Gobuta. He just didn't get really big.
Oh, it's because I think I remember the explanation. Is the reason the first one got so big is because he put the most energy into it, and all the other ones is just like little bits of energy, and then Gobuta he put the least amount of energy into.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, but there was a reason for that. Wasn't it?
Well, he kept
Gobuta
naming
was
them.
A kid. Well, Gobuta was also a kid, wasn't he?
No.
No, I think most of the goblins were
adults or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with goblins, though.
But he can't come like Gobuta becomes very useful later on. Doesn't in the first city, doesn't he get hung up, gain a certain power or something?
He eventually he learns how to use the shadow travel of the wolf pack. Mm-hmm. And he was the only one who can do that, but that wasn't in the first city. That was afterwards.
Ah, okay. And it was funny, didn't Rimuru also go to this goblin bar or interspecies
Well, that was all of them. So when they finally went to the city because they were trying to find someone who could help them build architecture for their town, they get put in prison, and then to help escape, they make a potion for them, the people that put them in prison. And this is my favorite part because they shake Mikami, the slime, as a margarita. They shake him like a margarita. He shakes like a margarita, and then he's like, out comes healing potion. And then after that, he goes and helps the people who make swords make all the swords with his replication ability, and then they essentially go to a monster Hooters.
It's a hostess club.
I'm gonna call it a Hooters.
And then he learns about his fated person.
Yeah, from a fortune teller.
Who is also a hostess. He calls all of them sister.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think he's one of those people that's like, I just want a big titty Oni-san to tuck me in at night and give me forehead kisses.
Yeah, but it was sad. Did we learn about the fated person? Yeah. We made it to what happens to her?
Yes.
And stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, I find it really tragic because those two were from the same country. It was fated almost.
Exactly. That's why she was the fated person. I think was the bitch boy in the kingdom was Besta, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he was the one. The reason why.
Yeah.
He was the reason. He was the reason that Mikami the slime helped replicate all the swords, because they were like, you have to make all these swords even though he doesn't have enough supplies, and they were just trying to punish him. And then they got back at him, and then that dude finally got kicked out of the kingdom, and that made me so happy.
Yep. And then he just goes and he went into the hostess club where they were and threw a fucking drink on Rimuru, and then Kaijin just fucking clocks him in the face. I love that in the... I hate that in the trial he's like... They're like, we have a lawyer. He'll protect us. So, Your Honor, King, my defendants definitely did it. Fuck them. They're bad guys. Is that true? Yes. Motherfucker. He paid off our lawyer.
Jeez. Yeah.
And then they, like, have some of the potion that Rimuru made, and the king is like, this is, like, the finest potion that can be made. And Besta was like, but not even anyone in our kingdom can make something that good. He's like, and the king's like, yeah, I know. You fucked up. You're not allowed in my palace anymore. He didn't get removed from the kingdom, but he's not allowed. He's not the king's.
I thought he was
second
banished.
hander anymore.
It said
He wasn't banished.
No,
he wasn't banished. He just wasn't allowed in the
He-
palace anymore.
He wasn't. He lost his job. That's what
Yeah.
made me angry, because it was like, you fucked up royally, yet you're just going to lose your job. That's it.
Also, the king's stupid. He could have been like, oh, do you have anything valuable to offer towards our kingdom? Even though you did a wrong thing. But you didn't do a wrong thing. You just punched my subordinate who was being a dick.
Can we talk about when the goblins and the slime were all leaving, that they almost forgot Gabuta?
Yeah.
That's how
I
he
felt
learned.
so bad for him.
If you want
That's
to
how he learned the Shadow Wolf thing though is being left there. Or was that the second or third time? I can't remember. They leave him all the time.
I feel bad for Gabuta because he's like, you left me behind. And Rimuru like, well, next time we'll take you to the titty bar. He's like, you'll take me to the titty bar next time? Yes! And he's like, and Rimuru's like, yeah, that'll never happen because we're not allowed to go back there. But he doesn't need to know that.
I know, that was awful. Like, he gets treated so differently. I don't understand it. Like, why?
I don't know. I think it's just for comic relief. And to show that Rimuru isn't exactly a great person still. He's like, still a little bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He definitely grows as a person throughout the first 3 volumes, though.
Well,
because
you
even
kinda
when he
have
gets
to
the water
adapt.
thrown on him, he's like, you know, in my past life, I would have like just torn into this guy, but I need to bite my tongue so we don't get in trouble.
You guys still okay?
Excuse me.
You just cut out for a second, I think.
And then after we leave the kingdom, we run into the adventurers that I think are the same adventurers that he ran into right outside the cave.
Yes, they are.
Are you still here, Gabi? Or did you step out? Oh, she muted herself. Okay. Yeah, so we run into those adventurers who I think are the same adventurers that he ran into outside the cave. But this time they have Shizu. Shizu is his fated person. And then they go on like a little adventure together, and she turns into a fire demon or fire fairy. Ifrit. And then Ifrit uses a burning hell or hellfire and slams a burning boulder into the ground.
Didn't Rimuru just eat him though?
Yeah, Rimuru ate Ifrit absorbed a Freet, and then Shizu's like, "Oh, thank you. I pass out now." And then she wakes up,
And
and then Rimuru's like, "Huh, you okay?" And she's like, "No, I'm not okay." And the Great Sage is like, "She's dying. If Freet was keeping her alive, she's over 100 years old, dumbass."
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
I got
It was
very
still
close
kind
to
of
my
sad, but I
microphone.
was still like, I honestly I get that that was his fated person, but I still don't really understand the point of that scene. Still,
It was
besides
just
the
a
fact that it helps him get like a person form, pretty
yeah.
much.
It was just like here. Now we can draw a person because I feel like what happened is that the editor is like people are going to get bored of just watching a slime, and the artist was like, "Yeah, I could see that. Do we make it a girl or a boy?" And the editor is like, "I don't know.
why not
Probably a
both?
boy because it's a shonen series." And the creator was like, "What if we do both?" And they're like, "What do you mean both? You can do that? You you'd be both?" He's like, "Yeah, watch." And then now we have a non-gender specific shonen protagonist.
I thought it was fun.
It is fun.
I liked the fact that there's like no gender here. It's great. I also like people. Um, I just forgot the name of it.
People?
The no, androgynous is what I was going for.
Androgynous.
I like that. I like androgynous look and the androgynous style, so I found that fun.
Mm-hmm. Um, I like that the her people her adventuring group was like, "Can you like turn into her shape so that we can say goodbye to her?"
That was only slightly soul crushing.
It was wholesome.
It was wholesome. It was very
Like
cute.
when she was like, "I'm dying," I was like, "Okay, I don't really care." But then like her group was like, "You did so much for us. We love you." I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna cry," but that felt good.
Sometimes good wholesome stuff is just good and wholesome.
I wish I was good and wholesome.
We all wish that, Jake.
Instead, I'm just bad and horny.
Well, I'm not going to disagree or deny that statement.
You think I'm bad?
What? Oh, I'm not going to agree and I'm not going to disagree. I did a double negative though, Jake, so that means I agreed with you. Wait, no, I'm confusing myself now.
um, I like that he gave them all like nice gear as well. He was like, "You know what? You guys deserve this. Like, you've got like the bare minimum for what you need. So here, I'm gonna give you really good stuff."
I also love that he continues to name people. The different types of monsters that join their little village.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I should say they now. I'm just saying he because that's how they were as a human, but they're slime, so but I love that. And I love the one of the cute scenes when they finally have like a human form, and then he's like, "I'm gonna eat with you guys," and they're all like, and they were so happy about it. They're like, "We're having a feast." I thought that was cute.
I really wanted him to eat the food and be like, "Oh my god, this tastes awful."
I thought that's what was going to happen. It looked like they were setting it up for that.
Yeah, because he was like so excited to eat the food. I was like, "Oh my god!" It's like they don't have like real cooking material stuff. Like I was expecting him to be like, oh, this is really fucking bland, guys. But I feel like I don't know if you've ever gone like several days without eating anything.
No, but I have gone like a full day, and usually when you're very hungry or starving, food tastes better. So
Yeah, so I had a college final that was just to stay in the woods with minimal resources for 3 days. They gave us like a bag of like trail mix that was supposed to give us calories to not die.
how big was this bag of trail mix?
It was a decent amount.
What is a decent amount of trail mix? Like we talking about like a size of a bag of M&Ms, a size of a single serving of chips, a family size
It
bag
it
of
was
chips?
it was probably like a pound of.
That's a okay. That's
It's
still quite a
probably
bit of
not a
trail mix.
pound. It's still
So
just trail mix though.
enough to ration it out though, because I mean, trail mix gives is supposed to be more of a burst of energy thing when you're out in the woods. It's not supposed to be a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still highly caloric because nuts are very caloric, so it can go further than you
Yeah.
think.
Uh that was when I learned like don't just eat the M&Ms first because everything else will just be like bland. Because like the first one I
Yup.
was just like I was like eating like just the M&Ms for a little bit and I was like then I just took a handful and I was like there's no M&Ms in this so this is kind of bland. So and I had like a bunch of M&Ms at the bottom and I was like all right I need to mix this up, take a handful. And I was like there's an M&M, there's the sweet chocolatey, there's the weird raisiny stuff. There's the peanut, there's the salty sunflower seeds. So I love sunflower seeds now. That was a great experience. That was a
Okay.
college
Oh,
final,
Anyway,
by
can
the
you get to the
way.
main point of this?
I can actually relate
When
to
you
you,
don't
Jake,
eat
because
for a
I
long
went.
time, like a real meal, that first meal you eat after not eating for a while is fucking fantastic, even if you don't like it. We had like fucking split pea soup with a little bit of ham in it, and I hate split pea soup really. It's too gross for me. It's too sloshy. Not sloshy. It's like slime. It's like a paste. Anyway, and I did not like it, but I was like, this tastes fucking delicious.
Yep. Oh, and I lied. There was a few days that I went without. Technically, I ate some things, but I never kept anything down for like 3 days. So
Yeah, and
that
when
kind
you're
of counts.
finally able to eat something, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that ramen felt delicious at like 1 in the morning when I finally got back from
You're
that
just
research cruise.
like, it's like so good that you're just like, I could just like, I know what those Food Wars characters feel like now.
I think one of the going back more so to the manga side of things, he also had not been able to taste or eat anything for like a
Mm-hmm.
year or so. Like this has been going on longer than we think, I believe.
Yeah, I
Like
think
he
so.
was roaming by himself for a while, and then he was traveling, and then working with the goblins, and it's been a while. Like I think it's been a year at least.
At least 6 months at the minimum.
Yes, at the minimum.
Because I think he said like it'd been like 3 months before they went to the kingdom.
Yeah.
Plus like a week
Well,
of travel time to get to the kingdom and then back.
but the thing is he absorbed things. He absorbs things, so
Yeah, but he didn't taste them. He just absorbed them.
Absorbs.
yeah.
He just he he didn't even really know that he was absorbing them. He was just wandering and then the acidity of his body was just like, "Yep, I absorbed this. This is mine. Thank you." Also, do you think that Rimuru would be able to save the people in Doctor Stone because of all
I
the things
didn't
he's
read Doctor
absorbed?
Stone, so I wasn't here for that episode.
Because he's wandering
I,
around in a cave and there's bats in the cave and bat urine is part of the chemical ingredients that he needs, and then all he needed other than that was alcohol and to mix them and like cook them together. So he could I think he could easily do it.
maybe. I just feel like he would have to probably use a lot of. He would have to have absorbed a lot of alcohol somehow and bat manure or bat shit. So
He was wandering that
You
cave
said
for a
manure, and then you corrected yourself to shit.
long time.
No, bat shit. Not manure is for like cows things. So
I know, it's just funny. Like, we got the point. You didn't have to change to shit.
I think. Have we talked about everything we wanted to?
not our favorite characters.
My favorite character was Shizu. No, my favorite character was Rimuru. Yeah, Rimuru. That's all I have to say about that. Gabby, who's your favorite character?
Slime.
Slime.
I love them so much. But I liked them better before they turned into a person form.
Yeah.
But they were so cute being all mochi shaped.
So slime or Rimuru because like
It's Rimuru. It's just the little slime form.
okay, so you just like the slime form.
Yep.
Who's your favorite character, Kevin?
Mine wasn't introduced yet.
We'll pick one in the first 3 chapters. 3 volumes.
I think I don't know. I liked all of them honestly. Like Rimuru is definitely a popular choice, but he just seems like another overpowered shonen character.
Overpowered isekai protagonist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that you, Kirito? Sword Art Online is the best isekai manga anime. I don't think Sword Art Online. I don't think even has a manga. Yeah, it's an isekai. Isekai is just like another world where you get put into another world.
Oh, sorry, I mistook it for a different word for a second. But so on the sheet, we already rated them.
Yeah, because
we already had rated this. Because we had tried to record this, or I should say, we did record it another day, but it didn't actually record.
Yeah, that's a lost episode, as well as our first recording of, my first recording of Demon School, and Kevin and I's first recording of World's End Harem.
Yeah, and I wasn't even that perverted with that one. I was happy with myself. I didn't make a shame of myself, too.
So, anyways, I'll bring them up. So, Jake, you originally rated this a 6. Do you still agree with that?
Yeah. I think everything's just kind of... Yeah. Yeah. I think what I gave a 3 to the art because I liked how, looking at the different things, there is different detail for different situations. Like, Veruda was very detailed. But then Rimuru, when they're a slime, is very simple. It's just a slime. It's just a ball with eyes that aren't actually eyes. And the storyline, I think, is what I only gave a 1. Because I was just like, like, there's not a lot here for story-wise.
Yeah,
so far.
So, Kevin, you originally rated this an 8. Do you still agree?
I might take a couple points off, like a point off or so, because, like, the story was meh, but I still agree with the characters being fun and interesting, and I still highly agree with the art.
Yeah. Kevin didn't finish the manga, so he's basing his rating more off the anime, if that matters to any listeners out there. But I rated this a 7, and I think I still agree with that. I gave the art a 3, like Jake. It was really good, and like sometimes it had like the goofy anime stuff, but then sometimes it was like beautiful and detailed, like when they do Verdusa the dragon. And then I thought I gave the characters a 2 because they're all really fun and good, but a lot of them were just kind of tropey. and then I gave a 2 for the story because I thought it had an interesting concept, but I thought it really fell flat. So overall, we all kind of rated this around a 7.
Yeah.
6, 7-ish.
All right. And Gabby, do you want to shout out your social?
Sure. Follow me on Twitter at Show Me Your Manga.
And Kevin, you don't have any socials.
Well, I have like Kevin's Hentai Castle, if that
That's not a
matters to
social,
anyone.
though.
Join our Discord
I
so
don't
you
need-
can join Kevin's Hentai Castle.
I don't even know what the point of the Hentai Castle is anymore.
To share inappropriate pervy pictures with our Lord Hentai Kevin himself. Inappropriate anime pictures. Not any of that 3D shit, motherfuckers. That's how you get in trouble. And you get kicked out of the server.
Yeah, but join us. Join us on our Discord. Let's talk.
Actually, my friend had some 3D stuff on a Discord server, and he didn't get banned.
Yeah, but that's a different Discord. This is our Discord. And I don't want any real boobies. I want anime boobies only.
2D girls for the win.
I already
don't
see
know.
real life boobies all the time. Anime boobies are different. It hits different, you know. And you can follow the podcast on Twitter at @SitManga. And all the other socials are linked in the description below because I don't want to read them all off. Because some of them are different slightly, and sometimes I say them wrong. And you can follow me.
Oh, go ahead.
At Make Me Your Manga on Twitter.
If you Google Stick It to the Manga podcast, you'll probably find us in all of our socials.
Yeah. Stick It to the Manga, Sit Manga, either one of those will take you to what you want to find most likely. And you can follow me at Casting Call Club if you want me to voice in any of your future projects. Because that's the thing I'm doing now. On there, I'm Cakey Jakey.
How come you didn't invite me to try to be a voice actor, Jake? We could have conquered the world together.
You can make your own account, and then you can shout it out on here. Alright. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye, manga fans.
Bye.
Bye-bye.